Those biddies are doing good. Did they all live? Looks like it.
She's got
six.
I thought she had an extra one.
I know, you got a new batch.
New batch of babies.
I've never seen it yet.
We're laying in the house.
Yeah. You gonna carry that on?
No, you're gonna take a tractor and put it in here, and I'm gonna put it in there. You wanna do it first?
Okay, so they're gonna put a bale of hay in here. Huh?
I'm so stiff and sore I can't hardly go.
What, from mowing yesterday? How many acres did you do yesterday?
I mowed that 30-acre field.
30 acres?
And it don't sound like much, but you know, if you got a mower that's got 8 heads or something, this is a 6 head. And then you know the one right up against the tractor, that don't last. So really you're only cutting about 5 half the time.
Do you need me to get this bucket?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. There's your calf. He's getting damn pushy.
Edgar. Edgar's starting to grow finally. Kinda starting to look like a little man. This one's Edgar. This was our bottle baby. So he's going to feed our little patient out there. We got one out there that's got lice, and so we've been doctoring him and keeping him separate from everybody. But yeah, this is Edgar. He was our first bottle baby when we started TikTok, which was last October. And now he is growing into a nice little bull. Super sweet. Super sweet. I was telling them Edgar's our first bottle baby since TikTok.
Yeah.
Yep, he's the first one.
He's the one, remember you put him out?
Yeah.
And he loaded in the trailer.
Yeah. The first time we ever put him out with because when all the bottle babies have to stay in that little pen to get fed. They stay in there for, I don't know, what, 6 months? Did you have him in there?
I don't know, 5, 6 months. He was in there a long time till fall got around.
Yeah. Because he was too
big
small.
enough to get in the water tank. You remember I was worried about him not getting water, and you said, "Oh, he got water." He followed me.
Yeah. Yeah, and so you gotta get them old enough to where they won't get bullied and won't get pushed over, and because they'll kill them sometimes. And anyway, so it took about 6 months. So y'all saw him getting fed for about 6 months, and then the day that he was turned out, I videotaped it and made a TikTok of it, and it was a sweet day. It was a good day. So here's our other 2 bottle babies in here right now. This is that's Miss M&M, Miss Miracle, and then that's Phoenix. Phoenix is.
Well, he's pretty, but he ain't got straight back like he's supposed to have. But a lot of that's to do. He's got such a damn big pot gut just eating grain here. He ain't never been out on pasture.
Okay, well show me what you're talking about. All right, so I think with my untrained eye that he's good looking in the face and everything, But, oh, you're talking about this right here, this little hump?
Yeah, well, you don't want them sticking up. When you get a bull, you want one with a perfectly straight back.
Okay, so he's got this little hump right here.
Well, that's just his shoulder blades. He just ain't got a strong back. But I think part of it ain't nothing to do, just being a bottle calf, not getting everything. If he was out there eating grass and sucking on his mama, he'd get everything. Look at that damn gut that boy's got. See? All he does is eat. That's all you do is eat, don't you?
But he's always had the most beautiful face to me. He's just gorgeous. Just a sweetheart. And Miss Miracle, she's adorable. We always give him a little squirt of... Yeah, we use pour-on warmer. Did someone ask about that? I thought I saw somebody ask about pour-on warmer. We do use pour-on warmer.
I just did the side deck these two here just the other day.
With what?
That side deck.
Sidectin pour-on warmer? Okay. Oh, here's the new babies, the new little chicks. She's got 7?
Yeah, I don't even know what else about it. She just comes dragging them out.
Thank y'all for the follows. Okay, so they use pour-on warmer, Sidectin. But tell them what else you use.
I use Safeguard most, but it gets everything.
Safeguard?
Yeah, and then I use other stuff for the flies and mice. I use that permethrin for that.
Permethrin, yeah.
Hey, they got the Safeguard. It's up to, it was 406 for a gallon, I think. Now I looked in and Jeffers, it's $4.59.
$4.59? $459?
Yeah, $459. So it's one
for
up
1 gallon?
50, yeah, so it's one up another $50. Oh, they said that's all because of the tariffs, the Chinese tariffs. I mean the tariffs. I thought, well, why in the hell are we making it in China?
But are you suspicious that it's because? Are you suspicious that it's because the price of cattle has went up so much that they feel like...
they already done that.
What?
They done that. Well, that damn shit was way under $300. When the cattle went up, they just, they jacked it another $100.
Is he gonna get out?
He ain't going far if he gets out. He don't try to get out. He gets out every time. No, I'm not done that. You just...
I'll keep him in. Tell them to get the box stand ready on the power lines. What do you mean, for deer hunting or something? There's Red. There's Red's baby right there, Jelly Bean. That's the new addition. Yeah, they'll be ready. Those boxes will be ready. Look how fat that dog is. Yeah, I drove. Actually I flew out to Tucson. Did he kick you? I flew out to Tucson and had to drive a car back for some of my family members that's moving down to Florida from Tucson. I brought the car back, a kid back, and a dog back. So, look at how, oh, she loves that. Look at her. Do you need my help? Oh, she's excited. What you doing? Ooh. You excited to have a new roll of hay? Oh, yeah. She says, oh, yeah.
Phoenix.
So you think that it's
What you doing?
she's got zoomies. She's got zoomies. So she had joint ill, and we thought she was going to die for months. And then we put out a call to all of our fans, and we said, hey, what do y'all know about joint ill? And one of our fans told us that LA 200 is what they use, and they had real good luck. And so Randall got LA 300, and he used that for a whole week on her. And joint ill, tell them how they get joint ill.
Well, that's a bacteria that goes up their navel cord. If their mothers don't lick their navel, they sometimes can get it. And most of the time, it's a calf that the mother dies. She ain't got a chance to help them or anything. And if you would, right off the bat, put that iodine on it and stuff like you're supposed to, I don't get around all that. And just like her, we never even found her for a week.
We did not find her for five days, and she did not drink her mother's milk. And
she
so
didn't get no colostrum.
No,
and,
not
see,
from
that colostrum takes care of that stuff. It don't take care of the joint ill. It just takes care. It just makes a good calf will grow if he's got the colostrum. See, he gets all the bacteria started in the stomach, and his immunity's from his mama. They don't have no immunity if they don't get that.
Right.
And they just, everything in the environment gets on them. A lot of this stuff comes out of the environment.
So evidently there was how many was it? 3 or 4 cows?
There was four heifers that had calves that same 2-3 days.
Right. So evidently one of them let this one nurse a little bit. Well, they had to, because she couldn't have lived for 5 days without nothing, could she?
Well, yeah, that's why we call it a miracle. Hell, we give her everything in the world. I give her colostrum, but I didn't give it to her till the 5th day, and normally it can't get through the stomach. We give her every damn thing.
So she didn't get licked off. She didn't get nothing for at least 5 days that we know of. And then after we found her and started giving her everything, then she got joint ill. That's where the legs, the joints swell up, and then
They die. I've had them 3 months old. I've had them as big as him. And then all at once their knees start swelling up, and I'd give them that, penicillin, whatever kind of antibiotics I could give them. I give them penicillin. I give them that LA 200, 300, and it'd go away, and go back, 4 or 5 days, we're right back swelling up again. And I asked the vet what to do, and he said, well, you're just gonna die, that's all, but I'll give you whatever the hell you want. So we got the most powerful, we got that Draxin or that Exceed. We got the most powerful damn antibiotics they had, I got that. Hell, that's like $30 for just 5 cc's in a syringe. Anyway, I give that to them, and it seemed to help, you know, but it's right back. 4 or 5 days, they're back swelling up again. And anyway, I've lost them. What it does, it'll finally, what did I tell you it was? It's a staph infection.
Right.
Staph infection. It'll finally go up and settle around their heart, and that's what kills them. You know, it just overloads their blood system and everything. It goes, settles around their heart, and they're a goner. He said that's what was going to happen, and sure enough, it happened. I went out there one day, and there she was laying, deader than hell.
So this one, someone said LA 300, LA 200, and you got LA 300, and you gave it.
He said double the rate for 5 days in a row. So it called for like a cc and a half, or whatever the hell, for weight-wise.
Yeah.
On that 300, and I figured she was, you know, a little over 100 at the time. So I doubled that, and I done it 5 days in a row. And buddy, I should have, even though it was a small amount, I should have put it in 2 or 3 different places on her. Every place I put that, buddy, it swelled a damn knot.
Yeah.
Knot in the muscle and everything. Of course, that stuff's all gone, but I had them up and down her damn neck. Everybody said, put it in their neck, do this, do that. It don't make a damn where you put it. Just get it under the skin. And anyway, it finally, it worked on her. And then once she started thriving, I'll tell you with something else I done at the same time as I give her that liquid 90 or whatever the hell it is. It's a vitamin mineral deal, and it's expensive as hell. But I wanted, you know, I wouldn't never try it because it costs so much. And anyway, the vet said, well, we can't break a bottle, you know. And it's $100 for 100 cc's. So I bought that bottle, and I you know, give her whatever amount she needs.
That's way back bastard.
You hear me talking about sway back too. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just.
I think.
Fucked up gene.
No, he'll grow out of that.
No,
He
he
was.
won't.
Well, we'll just see. It don't make no difference one way or another. He can be a.
See, what he's talking about is that sway that he has in his back.
Yeah. Backbone there, front shoulders. He ain't no good.
Well,
That.
I said he's
So you gotta
hot-headed and everything, Rick. That ain't all that.
So they're just going to keep an eye on him, and if he grows out of that and gets a straight back, because you want bulls to have a straight back, you want your cows to have a straight back, right?
Right. They sway, instead of up there, they mainly sway right past the front pins. I guess them's the hooks.
What are you talking about?
Them hip bones. Them's called your
The
hooks.
hip bones?
Yeah.
Oh, the hip bones instead of around the wither.
Well,
What
right
are
in
those,
front of that,
withers
that's
or
where- that's
shoulders?
Where they end up making a bad spot, and it's genetic too. Because you'll see some guys, their whole damn herd's that way.
Okay.
They live a long time. It ain't
Got
nothing.
plenty
The
of
idea
them.
of it,
Need to be
and
keeping
they
them.
don't dock them at the
Don't
sale or
have to
anything,
start
their
with.
calves or anything. But
This here's still
sooner
got
or
the
later
number
they'll
on
break
it,
down.
man.
What now?
Still got the number on
Well,
it.
that's good. Does it take 2?
Oh,
Just 1? Okay. I didn't know.
What's that off
Oh,
of?
it's off the goddamn air
I was
compressor.
sitting there
It's
running,
fine.
burning up this morning. I got here.
The air compressor?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you know, I need it. Blow that vapor off every day.
This one?
I ain't had time to do it.
Dead. I got up, took 3 Tylenol, 4 o'clock. I laid on my back like that, and the neck's paralyzed all the way down. Pitiful. I took a arthritis strength, and I took a regular strength, and I took a one that works immediately. And he eat me a part of a cookie.
Well, I want to know, where'd you get those shoes?
It's them same junkers when we dug out when you wore the other pair.
Oh.
You're supposed to be wearing. Skechers you were wearing. Olson had these on. He didn't want them.
I'm wearing my
didn't
moon
have
boots
enough,
today.
Didn't have enough, whatever you call it. Well, you may need them in the garden, dragging
Yeah.
all your hoses.
All right, well, let me chase him down. He's already... So what are you doing?
I'm gonna put hay in there.
Did you put a new grill on that tractor? That's the same one?
What?
The one that you just used.
Oh, they put a new one on now.
Yeah.
No, the other one, the broken one. The one on the rake ain't got the grill.
Okay, I thought that was a
Never
new one.
ordered yet. And have rake pieces in it, too. That's those jobs.
This is Bones.
Bones, get away from that electric wire. I think I throwed it over there to the side instead of the dog getting in it all the time.
It's over there.
That away.
What? Over here?
Yeah, it ain't around you. 'Cause they keep blooding.
Look at all these hungry mouths. Now these are all the yearlings right here that have been weaned and vaccinated and wormed. And these are real tame because Randall comes in here every day, twice a day, and feeds them. So he walks amongst them and everything, and so. But let me show y'all. Let me show y'all my favorite bull. Oh, I think he walked away. Do you only give them one or two?
No, they don't even need that.
Huh?
They don't even need that.
I want to show him my favorite bull. This is him. Call him the gentleman right there. He's super sweet. This one right here.
What you mad about something, huh?
Oh, he is a big baby.
Where's the other one?
He is a big baby, and
I'll be right beside him.
and here's the other bull.
That's the difference between pure Angus genetics and the ultra black.
Okay, tell me
Well,
that.
it's got the Brahma in it.
Okay,
The black Brangus.
which one's got what?
He's got that in him.
He's
You can
got.
tell.
Okay,
The black Brangus.
which one's got what?
He's got that in him.
He's
You can
got-
tell. You can tell by the shape of his head and everything. He's more an ultra black. He's more pure Angus. They're both out of gator.
So this one's more pure Angus.
See the little short ears and,
Yeah.
and everything.
So what does ultra black mean?
Well, they take a Brangus, which is 3/8 Brahma, 5/8 Angus. They cut it one more time with a purebred Angus or straight Angus, and then you get down to 3/16. So he's about 3/16 Brahma. Trying to get away from the deep sheath hanging on, the extra leather and everything. Them got the buyers just don't want that.
So you like them like
Yeah,
this?
You want clothes. They get long like that. They end up with. I see some of them that are hanging down there. They're scrotum, I guess. No, they ain't scrotum. I don't know what the hell you call them. I'll try offhand. See how his is hanging down? Of course, that steer had a rupture in him, so he never got to go to the sale. And anyway, you don't want a bull like that. He'll end up. You pay good money for him, and then he'll end up with a broken dick, and you'll end up taking him to the sale. So you need to buy them with it as clean as you can buy them.
So clean, you mean like where it doesn't hang down,
Right.
where it just stays up there to them. Like this.
Yeah. That's my ultra blacks. That's what I keep. Ones that are clean.
So, and that one's
That's
got a
their
little bit of,
sheep.
yeah, and that's a little bit, this one, he's got a little bit of
It's got like at least 3/16. That's how you get the height in them when you go. Your Angus cattle are taller and everything than straight Angus. They're good cattle and everything, but they just haven't. The breeders haven't worked hard enough on the sheath and the loose side on them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys have, different guys. That Dragon M. That Dragon M. God, that's a shame. They had a flood out there in Texas or there in Arkansas.
when.
It's been 2 years now. Had a flood out there, and he was out cleaning out the spillway on his pond
Yeah.
to keep it from washing shit out, and he slipped on the cement and fell down and busted his head and died. Nicest man you ever wanted to meet.
So he
Had
had
Dragon M.
so he had a breeding program.
Well, he told me, I talked to him there. He said, "You can't believe this." But he said, "I'll tell you." He said, my whole herd, all my genetics has been built off of one cow. One
Really?
cow. he paid good money for a cow, and it just happened to have every one of her calves had clean sheaths, you know, and then he built on it from that.
And you said the bulls go back to their mother.
They go back to their mother. That's right. That's why if you're gonna keep a bull, you make damn sure if you can. I gotta put this feed out. You make damn sure if you can see the mother.
Yeah.
Make sure she's got a damn good udder. Because then if you keep her son, he goes to his daughters. It don't, like I said, it don't sound like that. That's the way it works. But I got it. That's the way it works. I got them red wasps out of here the other day.
Oh, good. Okay, y'all are getting some good information. If you're in the business, so these are the ones, some of these will go to the sale. So when do you think these will go to the sale?
Just as damn quick as we can get around. You know the damn calves, it's all-time record high the last few weeks, last month. But well, we got hay to make it up. We don't do it. We damn well pleased. That stuff's priority one. Anyway.
Okay, so you see how he's walking amongst them and everything? Anytime you buy any of his cows, and the people that buy at the sales in Leadahatchee, that's where they sell, know that his cows are always tame. Me?
Yeah.
What, going out west?
No.
What?
That you sold 7 of the heavy bred heifers, something we never do.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't tell him that.
We never do that. But this is one of them deals. That lady wanted our genetics, and she wanted tame calves. And we picked them out and let her look at them, and they took home 7. They were going to buy 5.
And they couldn't cull any. They couldn't. They couldn't cull enough to get down to 5, so they went ahead and bought 7. Ireland.
She's got good cows and good heifers, and they'll have them after. I told her I figured any time after the middle of October.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be one of the first ones that came, and then, you know, on until Christmas, however long it takes to get them out. They come right out here, right there. Them was my hand-picked ones that I was keeping for myself. But now I've done that before. Cherry Peaks. I think I had 8 of them, 8 heifers together, of course, they wasn't bred. I just ear tag him and put them back, and he come up the driveway, and he says, "I want to buy them." I said, "Well, Jerry, them ain't for sale. That's what I'm keeping myself." Yeah, but I promised my son-in-law that I'd talk to you and get you to sell him some heifers. So I left them 8 go too. At the time, I thought that was all the money in the world, you know. So I told him, I said, the prices went way to hell up, and I'd have to have this amount. And then by the time he got around to picking them up, they had went up another 10 or 15 cents. So anyway, they don't normally, farmers don't like to pay top price for stuff. That's just the way it is. But he wanted them, and them was them gator daughters too that I had kept back. I wanted to try to keep all them and I can until, till Gator gets to where he can't. You know, he's already getting stiff. Y'all see him get up, he sits there and rocks. Like that. So to get himself up, he's so damn big. But anyway, I got him at behind that. I can get this on the floor so we can get that bale of hay in.
Okay. Thank you, Jessica. Your friend Jessica is... They like Jessica. She's one of our fans. Hello, Jessica. Good morning. I think they love her. So he's putting a bale of hay in there.
Yeah.
So is that a new grill?
Yeah, I put that on there.
Oh, you did? I like that color. It's like a antique green. Who painted that?
No, that's the way it comes. That's damn plastic. It ain't worth a shit for nothing.
I like the color of it though.
I should, I normally put that screen over it.
You haven't done it yet?
No. I gotta buy some more. I go over there. Sadie. And then people that do all that porch work and stuff like that, they bring in half rolls and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I do answer questions. It's just whenever he's talking, I try not to interrupt him because I don't want him to forget something or make a mistake or whatever. But let's see here. We are located in South Alabama, in Chancellor, Alabama. It's like a community. Stand here. JBS. I'll have to ask him because I don't know what JBS is. I was reading on there something about, is it Brazil? Let's see, Brazilian meat packer, Monopoly. Yeah, he does. Him and Rick do most of their work by themselves. They do have a nephew that helps them, but he's got a full-time job, so he can only help at certain times whenever he's off. Let's see. They do not have wives. They do live by. Rick lives in the house that's here, and Randall lives in a house that's up the road. I'm free help. Yeah, Rick's really smart too. Rick probably has a better memory than Randall as far as like day-to-day stuff. Rick can remember names, dates, He's real good with that. Yeah, he is wide open all the time. He's not a half-asser, or he doesn't slow down. At lunchtime, he takes a break on days that he can. And your dad has tall cows. Well, Brahmas are easy to recognize because they got the hump and a lot of skin, but they are tall. They are 60. Rick and Randall are twins. They're 69. And they like these older tractors because they can work on them, but he'll tell you that they are trying to make the parts harder to get a hold of because they want everybody to go to the new stuff. Because they don't want you working on your own stuff. Oh, thank you. Magical eyes. Thank you. They don't want you working on your own stuff. And also, let's see if I can get this with one hand. I'm using two. Also, I don't know how many of y'all watching has had to deal with all that mess with John Deere and the whole. I think they got sued over the right to fix their own stuff or the software.
I'm gonna pull up, put this bag for you. No. Look, they got so goddamn much grass, Rick. They just. I shouldn't even. What, man?
Your dog shit 3 piles big as my head.
In the house, who?
Well, I was taking a shit and then puking. The dog was shit and puking.
Ugh.
Raven?
Jelly bean.
Oh.
A dog can shit piles bigger than your head.
I don't know. I know the whole world needs to know your problems.
You goddamn not touched it. It's Amanda's problem. You ever
Not-
use a damn dustpan and scoop it?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that we would show her on camera, but you might nobody want to see a dog that does stuff like that.
But you seen me puking and shitting at the same time. God damn.
Ugh.
I'm wiped out.
He gets sick every time he takes his medicine.
Yeah.
Worse and worse and worse.
Rick used to do just as much work as Randall, and so all the work here was split, you know. But now Rick is on dialysis, so now the majority falls on Randall. And Rick has to take all kinds of medicine, and it makes him sick. So he's only got so many hours on certain days that he can work, and other times he's just sick and completely wore out.
Shit.
Today's my day off.
Yeah, today's his day off. He'll perk up here after.
I don't never get to go until after dinner.
Yeah.
Like a pregnant woman with morning sickness.
Oh, God damn.
They get home. Right.
Thank you.
Well, I want to go up there and put this bag of feed. I guess you can sit where you are.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit right here and ride.
I wouldn't have had to hurry. Car fell apart yesterday.
Your car?
You look at the side of it, back quarter.
What happened? Something fall off of it?
Yeah.
I'm just riding on the tailgate. There's his car. He's saying something fell off of it. Oh, shit. Part of the trim fell off. Dang. I like Conecuh sausage, but my favorite is Kelly's. A lot of people like Conecuh, and but Kelly's is my favorite around this area. Sure is. Okay. So this is the last ones that they feed here. Now these are most of these are first time heifers, right?
Yeah, they're going to be first calf heifers. 2 of them was bred. One was in that other field bred, and one of these was bred. Knew she was showing back, so we got 2 calves. And sometimes them the very best one.
Okay, so these are the two bulls, and so what they were talking about the back, their backs. You see how his back is super straight, and let's see. Oh, and that one too. So these are the 2 bulls. Now these are first time heifers with first time bulls. And you see how they're kind of, now they're getting a little bit bigger, but right whenever they put them out here, they were kind of the same size. And he likes to have first time heifers because you see how small the heifers are? He likes to put them with first time bulls because they're not too heavy, because a full size bull sometimes,
You don't want damn sure you don't want to put a ton bull on there.
Yeah, a 2,000 pound bull on a, what the hell is that? What is that? It was a 4-wheeler in front of a, anyway, so a ton bull on a first time heifer. How old are these heifers?
Well, they were probably 15 months old there in May. They were starting to cycle. That's about when they do it. Unless they got, some of them really got them damn early. The more English you got in them, they'll breed too young. They'll breed 7 months old. You don't even get them weaned, and a couple of them will come and heat and get bred. And sometimes they make your very best cows, but you can get too big a calf in them and they die. Can't get it pulled out. Lucky enough, yeah.
We need to get some fly spray.
I know it. We had them in there just the other day. I had them in, sprayed them all, but they're just...
Yeah, they got sprayed about, what, 2 weeks ago? So it's time to...
It ain't no problem leaving them in there. We're just, we got to get this hay done.
But anyway, so what we're saying is a 2-ton bull on a young heifer, that runs a risk of maybe... 2,000 pounds, 1 ton, sorry. Runs a risk of an accident happening, like breaking them down or something like that. That's happened. So Randall likes just to go ahead and
you got to start these bulls somewhere. If you put them young ones in with my big herd bulls, they just knock the hell out of them. They're liable to break their shoulder.
You're talking about the young bulls.
Yeah, if you just put one out there.
Yeah.
Now, if he grows up out there, if he's a calf and he's a good one, and you just leave him there and let him grow up there with the other bulls, they won't treat him that bad. But you put one of these in here, now, it's hell to pay for a while till they get used to one another.
And so that can...
Well, I've had them, I put a real good one out there, and they were fighting somehow or another. So I'm trying to think. He broke that back leg clear up in the hip. Way up here somewhere.
The new good bull?
Yeah, a young one I put in there. I mean, I thought he was big enough. He was 1,300 pounds. But they get to pushing on one of them, and they ain't no doubt. When he run him back, he fell in a dam. And they don't all have to be gopher holes and stuff like that, and armadillo holes. They're just sinkholes out there. Old stumps rot out. And next thing you know, there's a hole that big around 4 feet deep. I try to shovel dirt and put in them, but you're not going to see them all. And that's
Right.
just luck of the draw. That's the way, you know, it's just bad luck for somebody.
Yeah.
But that bull, it broke his hip off there. I don't remember what the hell I ended up doing with him. I think before I could get him in, I think he died. I think he went down the creek or something and bogged down.
Yeah.
You know, we had that one great big one got in there at that time.
Yeah, it was a weird situation. Beautiful big bull, and he got in the creek, and I don't know if he laid down. He laid down there in the water.
No, he tried to cross, and we had a rain, and that sandy spot turned to quicksand.
Oh yeah. But then there was
He tried to lunge forward, and there was a damn tree across.
Yes, there
he
was
got underneath that.
Yeah, there was a tree going across, and so he tried to just put his head underneath that log.
He'd have crawled out on the other side.
He would have if that log hadn't have been there. And whenever he put his head underneath there, it caught his withers, his shoulder blades, and he couldn't get down any further to get underneath it.
And his feet, it was bogging down in the back. So
and it was winter time, and
sit right there and drown. Well, he had his damn head on top. The water,
no. He died of
too cold.
Yeah. Yep.
And we looked for him 2 days.
Yeah, we looked for him, and he might have been alive. If we would have found him.
We found him right off the bat. Could have checked the chainsaw and cut his tree off.
Right. Yeah.
That's why. If you got cattle, you better be prepared to lose some.
Yeah, that's just gonna be the way it goes. But you can insure them, can't you?
Yeah. Well, insure them for lightning.
Oh, lightning.
Lightning. Well, you can take 100% of purchase value off. If you buy them and it dies on your income tax, you can take 100% of purchase value off. But now, that's fine. You know, that's straight away from not necessarily what you pay, but yeah, maybe right straight off the amount you pay.
Yeah.
I never got in that situation because I never buy any. If you buy them, you can do them. If you raise them, you're already deducting the feed.
Okay.
So you already took the feed off growing. You know, if it took 2-3 years to get it in a herd or something, you bought the feed and deducted the feed. So
you can't take both.
If it dies, you can't take it off the income tax. Only purchased ones. That's why some people, that's all they do. They sell their cows and buy a whole set of heifers, and that way, anything happens to them, they can deduct them down the road.
But because you raise them, you can only deduct.
You get to deduct the feed as you go. You know.
Yeah.
All my feed is deducted. You know.
But then if the cow dies out there having a calf or something like that, then
I don't get it. I don't get anything. I just lost it. But if it got struck by lightning, and you had lightning, of course, I don't have that. I don't worry about all that stuff. It only happens now and then. But now. Get struck. Sometimes they lose 30 at a time.
Yeah.
Alan Weeks, his cows, he had 30 heifers in the lower pasture when that flood come in 93, 94, whatever. And
Thank you.
the water got so high up, they got up on a big bulldozer pile that he had, you know, trees and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, then the water went up over that, so then they had to swim off. And they found some of them up in the trees, 30 feet high in the trees, sitting up there in the fork of the tree.
A cow?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, a cow can't stay there. When the water goes down, they're going.
Yeah.
They're going to fall out of there or whatever. I don't know what happened.
That's
He lost
horrible.
them all. Said he had 30 heifers, and he found a few of them, but the rest of them all floated to the bay down there, I guess. I don't know how far they went.
Yeah.
They didn't go that damn far.
Yeah, he cut yesterday. He cut 30 acres yesterday with his coon cutter right here. I don't know if y'all can tell how tall this tractor is. But this damn thing is tall. This is a 9,000. And I want you to see how clean he keeps everything. You see how clean everything is? I mean, he damn sure keeps it clean. The seat ain't worth a damn. Look at his little cushion for his butt. But here's the cutter. Okay. This is them right here. So I guess they'll sit out there, let it dry a little bit, and then they'll rake it and bale it. Yeah, those chickens, they're squawking. Huh? I saw your car. How'd you lose your trim?
Just opened the door and it popped off and hot ass sun.
Okay, he wants to show y'all the new pup.
Jelly.
She was born here. That's
the rump.
his. Now he is a registered red bone.
There she is.
And she is a registered plot hound. Where is she? Oh, golly. There she is. Can y'all see her? She's kind of like camouflage.
Walker,
Well, we want to look at the baby.
like Jelly
This
Bean.
is Jelly Bean. She is.
Just made a mess in the house.
She didn't. She throwed up.
I told you.
Glutton.
Y'all glutton, you feed her too much and then she has to throw up. Now, she needs to go outside.
This little baby right here is spoiled, spoiled, spoiled.
She's learning to eat
Jelly
them
bean.
orange slices. Rick's got her.
She eats
picking her foot
candy, cookies.
Get her to shake.
up. Oh, she loves them damn oatmeal cream pies.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby girl.
She don't like
Oh.
cake no more.
Uh-oh.
What'd she do?
Oh, she put the collar on her.
her.
This is the mama. She's a registered plot hound. And then that's the daddy. But now she's fixed. It was a total accident. They had her locked up.
So that means she's $400 worth more money.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it?
it
Oh.
It cost $400 to get her stayed.
It did?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I told you where
Well,
to
they had to
take
give
her.
her a rabies shot and something else. They said, oh.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't know what them.
They probably jacked twice what it is.
That's a good deal anyway on that. Need to get that snake bite shot again, I guess. Bring him up here.
Bones' ears getting better.
She had another snake bathe last night, he said.
Who?
That was nice.
A snake?
Dickweed. No. First thing they carried on, they went out there, bark, bark, bark. What the hell?
What
They had a
time?
big gopher. Just
Gopher
about dark,
turtle.
a big
He said
gopher
they're big.
behind a wire there.
Come
For
here
the
to work
people,
up
for the
there.
people that don't know what a gopher is in the South, it's a
Turtle.
big turtle.
Tortoise.
Yeah.
The land
Like a
tortoise.
box turtle, but only bigger.
Like them tortoise down there on them zoos, only one about like that.
Yeah.
Forget about
Not the
extinct.
little ones. This is a bigger one.
Yeah.
I don't know how many years they live, 50, 40.
Oh, hell.
They're slow as hell. I don't
Ain't
know how
nobody
they
knows how
survive.
old they live.
Anyway, he was wandering up and got behind the chicken wire, and she was baying it.
What time was that?
6:30, 7, Rowland left.
Yeah.
No, he was still sitting there. Probably 6. He was there.
Then what?
I picked him up, put him in the water, and rinsed him off, and put him down and give both him and Red hell. Told him to leave him alone. He headed that way.
You rinsed the turtle off?
In the water. I figured he was hunting water.
Oh, okay.
Wandered up here.
So you put them in the water because they soak up water?
No, I just put him and rinsed him off. He was hot sitting in behind there. It was
Oh.
hot as shit out there.
Oh, okay.
I just rinsed him and turned him loose.
Yeah.
They got enough sense to go underground.
I don't know.
Right.
where
Well, whenever they
Probably got a
can't,
hole.
yeah.
He may have a hole over there by that blowed down oak.
Or
Okay.
maybe out there on the bank, on the road.
Somewhere. I don't
May
know
have come
how he got
across.
here.
There's several of
And
them.
then that night, she was carrying on, red treed, in that same oak tree, and I made him come in. She wanted out, and then she was out. She was going crazy again, baying. Oh, what the hell? she was out here. She had a rat snake about that long. You know how she digs and barks, digs and barks.
So what was it, just sitting in front of her?
Yeah, I crunched it, tossed it. She's a dumbass.
Well,
Big snake comes, she'll be dead. That's
well,
all.
now. She got that damn big moccasin, had it bait out there. Which one shot at it, Chance? He shot it about 3 times with a damn shotgun and missed 3 times in a row. And I said, now listen, he only brought 1 shell. And he'd miss. He'd have to go back in the damn house. I said, you're gonna get my dog snake bit, keep piddling around. Because every time he'd shoot, she'd get more and more crazy gonna bite that snake.
Yeah.
That old moccasin just laid back like that with his mouth wide open.
Bones, you old sad-eyed asshole.
Anyway, we got to go get feed. Tell me what you need now. How much scratch?
3-3-1.
3-3-1. Okay.
You remember that?
Yeah, that's easy enough.
Got to put rake teeth in. You should have done that first.
Well, you got tomorrow and the next day.
No, I ain't got tomorrow. I ain't here tomorrow.
Listen to me, Rick. I gotta get feed.
Well, sure you got to get
Well,
feed.
it's got to be done now.
You don't have to be done now. You can do it in the heat. You got help.
Oh, bullshit.
I'm going to town.
We'll go
What are you going to town for?
I guess I'll get that belt. I did get medicine.
Okay, you going down there now? Yeah, get that belt for that air compressor.
I got it in the car. I'll drive by that man and see if he can snap that thing back on. I don't think so. I think the clip's broke, unless he's got one.
Okay. Steve Bowden.
I'll be back before you get back. Then you can go to the garden and really work when it's hot.
Okay.
You got to pull that up and get the fence and turn the cows in. Get to eat.
Okay.
They like the low.
You gotta shut that
I
Are we filming?
She had
Yes.
you filmed, so that, and you just kept talking about dog shit and puke.
Well, hey.
know. Okay, so we got.
His name to fortune or fame. His name to fame.
You ain't got no more ice.
That's fine. We'll get ice. Catherine said all we gotta do is come over there and bag it up. Her ice maker's working great now.
It's cold yet. It's still got ice in it. Well, that was a solid jug ice.
I never.
You could drink out of that one.
Oh, somebody asked about the Brazilian meat. JB.
JBS.
Yeah.
They're worldwide.
Yeah, so they said that is that affecting stuff
Them?
over here?
Well, they still got.
No.
They
They bring it in, but they got other damn shit. They got hoof and mouth in different areas.
So
We're allowed to bring it in whole. I don't know whether Biden left them bring in fresh meat. Before that, they weren't allowed. Whether Trump changed that, I don't know.
Well,
I don't think he did.
okay, so what about have they let the cows come back in from Mexico?
Oh, hell no. That shit's spreading. They had big meetings on there. They got all them counties along the bottom of Texas way down there. They had farmer meetings, a government meeting, telling them what to look for. Go check your cows every couple of days and watch for them damn flies. It showed pictures of them. Looked like these damn blowflies
Looked
here.
like a
when
blowfly
something's
with
dead
bigger
big eyes out in the front.
So for the people that don't know what's going on in Mexico, let them know.
Well, that screwworm eats raw flesh.
Anything.
So if you get a damn hole, if they get a cut on them anywhere, a barbed wire cut, they'll lay eggs there. And then the some bitch eats
not
the meat.
just cattle.
Cattle. All
Not
your
just
wild
cattle,
animals.
all wildlife, any animal.
So if a baby calf is born or a baby
sheep,
deer or
anything.
anything,
All
they'll
the
lay an
sheep.
egg in its navel and it'll go up there and eat all the
navel.
flesh out. So it's gone. I mean, it'll decimate the wild population.
It'll
of
kill 'em
everything.
all.
Okay,
So that's
something
going
like
on. That's going on in
that. They just
Mexico
said
right
last
now.
night that Guatemala has been sneaking big loads of cattle into Mexico, and Mexico's going to try to stop that. How in the hell can you not stop? They ain't that damn many roads going on, but they're doing it after dark and stuff like that.
They're
Probably
corrupt.
when they shut. They're corruption. Pay the right people. Pay this and that, and bring them.
There was any cattle
And
from
they said
Mexico.
Guatemala is loaded
For a
with
long
that
time there,
screwworm
the
stuff.
feeder cattle had to be brought across the border and kept on the American side and put in pens for so many days. Watched.
There's just they were worried about the tick.
Right.
They
Ticks,
dip 'em
they
for
got
ticks and
besides
stuff.
other shit.
Yeah, now
Tick fever.
Yeah.
Right. Well, whenever I came through, I just drove through El Paso, and usually their
They're
feedlots
empty
out
now, they
there.
closed them.
Well, one of them is open with the
Holstein.
Holsteins,
Dairy cows.
and then the other big one was completely empty.
Yeah.
And those are usually packed full.
Yeah, they said they do how many. Normally by this time they brought in 800,000 head.
So that's why all the meat.
Sure that many?
How many?
800,000 head with the fat cattle ready to slaughter, but they ain't now. No, 20,000's all they brought. They closed it again. They opened about 2 packers, and that was it. They found screwworm moving further up, so they stopped it all.
Hey, they found it in the cattle. Those that they found and brought in out of Guatemala, them loads yesterday, or where they
Well,
smelled
yeah,
in.
it's
The
down there.
Mexicans
That was
found
never
out.
controlled, them people.
No.
Mexico is the one that should have kept it stopped.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So it's all to do again. They got to sterilize all these male flies and turn them
They're
loose.
already doing it. They're
I know
building a
they're
great
doing
big station to make
So
more
that's how
flies.
they get rid of them?
Yeah.
So once they sterilize the male flies, how do they get those male flies back out into?
They fly with airplanes.
Drop them
Dump
out.
'em out
and they mate
all
with
over.
them other females, and then
They're supposed to
their
breed
eggs
female.
don't hatch.
Eventually, they go extinct. But that's like a 10-year thing. That ain't just overnight.
Well, it happens pretty fast.
No, it don't.
Well, you just overload the countryside with sterile
But
males.
you got to breed that many.
Wow.
I forget what they said. 400,000 a week or something they're hatching on.
Hell, that ain't nothing.
The sterile males?
Yep, that ain't nothing. Maybe it's 4 million. It's a bunch.
So you just fly around the
Where
countryside.
they know
just,
they're at.
yeah, and just
And
dump
above where they know they're at.
and
They
just
got to
dump 'em.
make a barrier line and get them stopped. And then move down.
And that's how, because we had it here in America. What year was that?
I don't know. Earl Green said it was when he was a kid.
50s, early 60s.
Yeah,
It
in
said
the
when they got
50s,
rid
yes.
of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Maybe
that's
not
what we
till
did in
1908.
He
America.
growed up in the 50s and 60s. Well,
Might be
he's
1970.
he's
when they got
15
rid
years
of 'em.
older
I
than we
don't
are.
know.
15 years
So
old.
that's what we
News.
did here in America.
He
We
said every time you castrated a hog, they'd lay flies in it, and they'd get them screw worms.
You
They
caught
had
a
to
baby
catch every
calf,
one
you
of
had to
them.
treat him, and then he was born.
They
Pour
poured, what the hell they poured?
creosote
Creosote or
shit
something like
dip
that.
on 'em.
Poured it in there. And they used to have some kind of black tar stuff. Remember that? Mom used to get that stuff.
Creosote type
It was
smelling
creosote tar looking.
but wouldn't that burn them?
It
Well,
does. We had to
sure
put it
it
on baby calves' navels.
Oh,
But she did it to keep them from sucking their navels. Remember? Damn Holstein calves was bad about sucking each other's navel.
Yeah, if you got too many to pen.
I never heard of that.
Yes.
I just remember that.
Give them a bottle, then they want more, and go suck on the navel of the other, and then that gets infected.
Suck on each other's ears.
Yeah, on their ears.
Okay, well, we have got to go to town and load this thing completely full of feed. How many pounds of feed
Hmm.
do you think? How many bags of feed do you put in there?
Well, it's gonna be about 60. I'm getting 50.
Ton
He's
of
getting 7. So it's 57. 40 bags to the ton. So I got help to unload it.
That's me.
That might be
You ain't even took your damn.
I didn't take it off. When I let that pup loose in the morning, that's the first thing she does is claw and grab.
Yeah, so this big bandage is where they do dialysis on
I
him.
take it off.
So
And
so
let
some
the
of y'all
dog
see
go with the
his
dog.
veins are what do you call that?
Damn, I don't know. Some kind of port.
They're blowed out.
Blowed out veins.
No.
Well-
They make that though. They go in there and they double that up somehow or another. Double that vein.
Can't tell. It's
Fold it
bad.
backwards or something.
It'll look like this thing sticking way up.
So see, this is
That ain't
so
supposed
how
to be
long?
there.
Okay, so that
That
one's
That's
that
the buzzer. You gotta feel that every day.
this.
The thrill, feeling if you can feel it. Don't worry, touch it.
Oh my
Feel it?
goodness, what is that?
It's blood surging through it.
Why does it feel like that though?
I don't know, because they tied it together. You're supposed to check it every day.
If it goes to where it's quitting,
You
you're
quit.
You're dying.
Something, I don't know what they gotta do.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
That feel
Right there.
Scares
It's
the hell
only
out of
that
me.
one
I can't
spot.
stand
Ain't
that.
it? That ain't supposed to be. You ain't supposed to push on that. That hurts.
I didn't push on it.
This right here beside it.
This, okay.
It moves as it's changing.
Okay. But this is where
Them
they...
get bigger and bigger.
You see that scar right there? We caught it on the damn greenbrier the other day.
Oh, yeah. But anyways, this is where they do...
Them's the
They treat
needle
them with
holes. See the blood
dialysis,
coming
yeah.
out?
But anyways, he's got to be
Waste a lot
careful
of
around
good
the
bandages.
puppy because she's got little claws that are like needles, and she's caught him
He
a couple
needs
of
a damn, some kind of a leather
sleeve.
sleeve.
I'm putting shit on.
Oh, by God, you bleed to death, ain't nobody can help you.
So what?
Oh, goddamn.
Pay the taxpayers some money.
Well, we'll miss you, Rick. Okay, well, we'll meet back here. Same bat time, same bat place. All right, y'all. Well, TikTok won't let us go down the road and film. They will cut us out. Even if I'm not driving, I cannot film him driving. So we're going to end it. They are from Ohio. I live in Florida. And anyways, right now they're in Chancellor. This is Chancellor. The farm is in Chancellor, Alabama. But anyways, I hope y'all have a great time. Thank y'all for hanging out. Thank you for all the likes and all the gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sorry that I didn't get to all the questions, but I always try to. But anyways, y'all have a great day, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.